Good afternoon. I hope you have collect your energy for my talk. I want to share with you my experience and also vision how we can leverage artificial intelligence and GenAI for the intelligent transformation of your company and the industry. Perhaps you, as startups, contribute to the intelligent transformation of industry. Since November 22, a lot of things happened with AI, with our world, with our society. A lot of investment went into GenAI, AI. And also the recent large language models, foundation model, they are becoming more and more intelligent, more and more impressive. I think most of you have tested GPT-4 already, right? Perhaps you use GPT-4 for your slides already. And in particular, I'm so happy to observe the open source movement with large language model. This really help large companies to access the most recent innovative large language models without the long procurement approval process. And also for startups companies, right? You can use open source large language model, do your first innovative experiments. However, we know artificial intelligence is also a big change, has a big impact of our society. Last year, we observed the struggle of OpenAI. This is not only the power struggle, this is a struggle of people who think, scientists, they think we have to slow down the commercialization of OpenAI. We have to understand better the black box. And Sam Altman and many of us, many industry, they want to make big money with large language model, foundational models. And also we know the writers in Hollywood, they protected against large language model. They are scared of AI will replace their jobs. And we know this year, European Union released the AI Act, the AI regulation, which is risk-driven. You see, it's so complex around AI. And I think the most impressive part is, in addition to previous AI for automation, classification, now AI go to the knowledge creation part, right? Create pictures, images, signals, text, answers, and the instructions. This really make a big difference. If we want to persuade industries to be part of the game of AI, you just have to look at the 10 largest public traded companies by market cap in the world. At least 7 of them are AI-first companies, including hyperscalers, platform companies such as Meta, Microsoft, and also infrastructure companies like NVIDIA, right? And also car companies, but Tesla now is facing challenges from China. However, if you want to be successful and scale, I think without AI, no company can really be successful. When I talk with industries, in particular board members and the senior executives, they don't know what is AI. They think perhaps even calculator is AI, right? And but AI actually serve very special capabilities of human societies. For example, AI enable machines to behave like humans, right? Like robots. And in many science fiction films, we fall in love in robots, robots fall in love in us. I think 2 years ago, most people will not fall in love in robots, in machine, right? In AI machines. But today, after the large language model, after the foundation model, I think the challenge is there. Perhaps some of us will fall in love in our AI-enabled assistant because you can really talk and chat with AI for a long time, right? And in most use cases, most applications, the industries and the way leverage AI technologies, not because they simulate our capabilities, they are much powerful than us, right? For example, AI can recognize hundreds thousands of faces. For me, it's always such a challenge. I feel often very bad. I saw a face, but I cannot associate his name or her names. In particular, at conference, I think the AI assistant will do much better job, even help us. And also, now AI empower individuals, all of us. We become poet. We can write poem now. And now I talk also with the entertainment industry. Now AI also enable us to write songs, to create films, and create pictures. AI empower individuals and our employees to have much more capabilities beyond our imagination, right? We can become really poet if we have good ideas, if we create good prompts and write songs and compose some musician pieces, right? Which we could not do before. For many companies, I think AI really can help the human-machine interactions, both for their devices and also for their communication between the customers and their products and services. Why industry now sees such a big potential in GenAI? There are technology reasons. First, the traditional machine learning technologies, they are very good in classification, recognition. The new technology, they are also very good in creation, right? The classification, recognition, plus creation, this is what we humans do, right? We recognize things, learn things, and we can create content. This means AI is much more close to human intelligence than before. The second very big reason is this may make also the adoption of AI in the industry much easier. Why? Because most companies and most SMEs, they don't have data engineers. Before, we need high-quality labeled data. We need data engineers. We need data engineers work with the domain experts. Like, very easy, right? For the face recognition, you have a picture, you have to say, this is the eye, this is the nose, this is the mouth, this is the ear. Today, if we have high-quality raw data, the machine can recognize itself. This is really lower the barrier for the adoption for industry. This is actually one of the major reasons why commercialization and the industrialization adoption get easier. You don't need a big team of data engineers to label the data, annotate the data. Machine can learn themselves. And the third one, what we think now, AI is much more close to human intelligence. We humans, we can talk, we can recognize faces, we can give answers. If we speak several languages, we can do translation. Before, if you look at Google, right? 2 months ago, I complained the product owner of Bart and say, your user interface, you're still narrow AI. If we go to Google, we have a search, we have image search, we have machine translation. Actually, the large language model, the foundational approach means you have one foundational model, one large language model, you can serve different capabilities. Now we have broad AI. Before it's narrow AI. But this is still a challenge for many companies, even AI-first companies. What the user interface for a broad AI approach? Still, we have very narrow AI interface. The last one, what I think, why we need AI regulation, why we do have to monitor what happened with AI. Because even the owners, the developers of large language model, of foundation model, they cannot really predict the capabilities which the large language model and the foundation model really can bring us. The emerging capabilities, right? The emerging capabilities is on the one hand so exciting because they can really contribute to the innovation and also to contribute to the science. On the other hand, we have to monitor it carefully. But only with regulation, with laws are not enough. We need processes. We need even technology at the meta level in order to monitor these emerging capabilities. And even also cross the boundary of the nations, right? This is very, very important. And now I want to share with you. I think many of you know them. Perhaps it's boring for you already. And for industries, the applications of large language model, if we classify them based on the data structure from text point of view, right? Many of you work with large language model already. Writing emails, no-brainer, formulating perhaps answers of interviews, and also translation. I guess most of you use it, right? Who do not use the text functions of large language model? Most of you. And also, I think for many companies, very important, they leverage codecs in order to help their software development. But do you know what is the most useful use case? The most useful use case is most companies, if they want to deliver softwares, they need also to understand the demand of the users, right? The understanding of the customers and find the existing software adapt to the new demand. This is in the future very important. Not only creating the software codes, and also for videos and films. I talked to many investors and on many industries. Many industries, in particular big industries, they want to define their AI strategy, but they say, Fei, it's so complicated. There are so many AI technologies, and how can we define our AI strategy? And the investors say, oh, we have money, but we don't understand the ecosystem. Where should I put our money into it? It's very simple. I want to share with you the classification of the GenAI ecosystem. First, from the value chain point of view. Actually, we have on the bottom, infrastructure for computing and cloud, and then even hardware companies, right? And then we have companies who provide large language models, the AI technologies. Most companies in Europe, even most of us, right? We build applications on top of infrastructure and AI technologies and leverage applications. However, the challenge for Europe, all of you know it. If we only stay with the applications, we are too dependent on the infrastructure and the core technologies of our other regions and countries. And then, after you know your position in the value chain, you have to see which kind of data that we as companies own or we have the access to. Perhaps owning the data is even less important than the data access. Most companies have to spend a lot of energy, invest of the data access. The data access to your customers, the data access to your own data, right? Even the data is in your own company. Many data you are not allowed to use without the legal conditions. Very, very important. And textual data, image data, video data, audio data, code data, right? And the third dimension is industries. Which industry do you belong to? Game industry, car industry, aerospace. Given these three dimensions, actually every company can position them the North Star. What is the North Star for my company? Is my company, I want to be the #1 in finance, building the automation, optimization, intelligent finance industry applications? Or I belong to the startup company, I want to build multimodal foundational models for car industry. And also for many companies, they don't know what AI really contribute to most companies, right? Very simple. AI contribute to most companies start with the business processes. They want to make their customer relationship management more easy with chatbot. Started, right? Supply chain optimization, logistic network optimization, and human resource. Processes, I also strongly recommend most companies who want to start with AI should start with the processes. And then it will be great if companies can leverage AI to make their product more intelligent. Even car industry, right? You have autonomous driving, you have digital assistant in the car, and for many device company, manufacturing company, AI can really infuse, make your hardware more intelligent, right? Many companies become a hardware-software combination company. And many companies create even new products based off the AI, right? Drone, without AI computer vision, you cannot develop any drones, right? And I recommend every company, don't be too modest. If you start with your process optimization with AI, promote it, make visible, make your company visible anytime. See, my company is an intelligent company. I make the process more efficient and my product more intelligent. And the promotion and the marketing with AI for every company is a continuous improvement. This is also many European companies, they are missing this effort. Also, this is not part of the European company culture. Now, since because of GenAI, large language model, this makes the access to AI technologies much easier. It's low touch, no touch, right? However, be able to use large language model and do some prompts does not mean you can really improve your process in a high quality way, efficient way. And does not mean you can deliver high quality processes and high quality services and products. The gap between leveraging GenAI, have some POCs, and make the executive board happy for one moment is completely different from scale your processes and scale your product. Because if you want to really roll out AI-enabled products, you need to also come up with many other things, right? The quality control. Perhaps in the beginning, the human-machine collaboration is very important. You have to set the threshold of the quality. And perhaps in the beginning, you have only 20% automation, later 90%. And every company perhaps should be happy with prompt engineering in the beginning. And this can be a very good promotion for GenAI in the company. However, even you invest money into an AI lab, hire the people, these people will leave you very fast if you don't have the data. Therefore, before you spend money, hire the AI experts, it's the most comfortable part. Even it's hard to find the right AI experts. However, you have to work with the legal experts and also IT and the business unit, identify where are the data in your company and which data are needed and under which condition you are allowed to use the data. There are very, very complex legal conditions, but you can work out. For example, which data you are allowed to use continuous improvement of your products. Which data you are allowed to create new products. They are completely different legal framework. And how can you deal with structured data? And under which condition you can deal with unstructured data. For unstructured data, in which process you are not allowed to look at the data. This kind of competence you have to build up because every company, we have the responsibility to minimize the risk. Minimize the risk for the company to developing use cases without losing the control of the data governance. On the other hand, also minimize the risk for your employees, for your people. Because this kind of risk must be taken over by the company, not the employees, not the developers and the researchers. I know RAG is very popular now, right? You combine with embedding, search, and the prompt engineering. However, the biggest challenge for most industries in order to really develop high-value products and services. First, if we look at the large language model, the current common cloud, right? It have a lot of data about the software, great. Therefore, it can help us, and a lot of data in medical area. Therefore, even I ask for Chinese medicine, GPT-4 can give me some advice for winter in Berlin. However, there's no knowledge about engineering and chemical industry, and also if we, for example, want to build applications for car industry, right? Simulation, you need also knowledge about the geometric. There's no knowledge behind it. How can we infuse this knowledge into it? We have to find out. A lot of research is ahead. Furthermore, trustworthiness, right? Trustworthiness is not only dependent on instruction, behavior training, also the completeness of the domain. The hallucination is not only the hallucination because the GenAI really want to please you, give you just an answer, because the missing of the data. Therefore, high-quality data as complete as possible about one area is so important. I think one company who really can be the leader in particular industry is really depend whether they can have the right data, high-quality data. And the last one is also, right, if you want to do supply chain, demand forecast, short-term prediction, real-time data, really important. And we know today we are happy with pre-trained data. The data, of course, we know that in large language model, the data is more closer to today. Still there's gap, right? If you want to do short-term prediction in the last 2 days, the current large language model will not help you. It's very important to work out how can we infuse real-time data in order to make the prediction successful. I don't want to scare with you, right? Because we are not yet so far with the industry foundational model. If you look at the data in a company, in a car company, we have a business process data. They are like trees or graphs. They are not pure, not natural language. And if we, most of the data are transaction data, structured data in tables, right? And then we have also data in graph. If we give report, right? And also chemical data, geometric data. All these data are needed in order to make industry applications successful. Even I'm a fan of large language model, generative AI, foundational model. We still have to be very, very clear. This is only technologies. And in order to make our company successful, our application successful, we have to treat large language model as only part of the solutions. The overall solution is complexer. Therefore, knowledge graph and also planning, collaboration between machine and the human are very important. Therefore, we don't have to treat large language model as the magic tool can solve all the problems. And many applications for business you are familiar with, right? Like RAG for knowledge management, many companies have started. And I think GenAI for simulation of product design is still not yet so far because the multimodal large language model for industry are still under development. For chatbot, also for digital assistant for customer service, for this part, I also really strongly recommend you be very careful. Don't consider GenAI can really solve all the problem of customer support. Don't let AI to solve the escalation. If your customer is angry with your product, your service, let the human treat it. Otherwise, you lose it, right? And also, I don't think the current generative AI system can really handle troubleshooting. Because troubleshooting means also the AI system should at first understand what the human have done and also do the inferencing. But for the fact-driven question and also instruction, how-to question, AI can really deal with. They cover perhaps 80% of the customer requests already. You save a lot of money already. But another 20%, please leverage human experts. I don't have so much time, but I do very quickly. I think for many companies, they start with AI application use cases. And I always say a POC, which we're not skilled, is a failure. It's not a success. But in order to make AI application successful and scale, you need a holistic AI strategy for corporation. Data strategy, data governance, very, very important. A clear process and governance, who owns what. Who owns the ideation for deployment and the continuous improvement and the pricing, also marketing, right? Many companies are very eager to say, oh, I have AI, I want to get more money. Be cool. At first, get feedback of your users, right? And whether the users are happy with the intelligent solution. And then if the customers are happy with the result, perhaps you can have this log in and ask for more money. Therefore, I think it's, and also the ecosystem. Not every company can develop every AI technologies, right? Leverage as much as possible the AI ecosystem. I will skip the AI regulation. I guess in this conference, many people have repeatedly talked about it. And if you choose a large language model, foundational model company, please be careful. Which data they use, which kind of AI governance, which kind of testing, evaluation methods they have, how they leverage energy, whether they are sustainable. Very important. Check these companies before you use it blindly. And I think we have a bright future in front of us. Still, we have to be careful. Vertical AI, I think, is heavily needed in the industry, and AI into the hardware, and also disinformation, deepfake. Everybody of us, we have to be careful. Thank you very much.